Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class again. I am Siddhigar, your educator for today's session. So, today our topic is crop production and management. So, today in our session, we will learn that India is known as the land of agriculture, and we will know about the agriculture in this class only. So, let's start. And an update again to you. Please join tomorrow's session, which will be a live session on aptitude, tricks, and Minty quiz. So, today in our class, we will cover the introduction, types of crops, basic practices of crop production, preparation of soil, and a subpoint in it, that is implements used, sowing and a subpoint in it, methods of sowing seeds. First, the introduction part. Now, as we know what is crop, when a small plant is grown on a large piece of land for more harvest to get money out of it, then we call it as a crop production activity. Management means to manage means to maintain something, and here crop production means produce. The word itself tells us the give and take of money is production. So here in this chapter we will cover first the basic definition of crops, then the types of crops which are kharif and rabi, and I want to tell you that in this session you will clearly just remove the doubt that what is kharif and what is rabi crop. Then in the third part we will learn about the practice of crop production, which is first separation of soil and sowing. So in the first part of crops, here from this diagram we get to know that when a same kind of plant is grown on a large piece of land to get more harvest for the money obtaining for the production is called crops. When I will repeat the definition, when the same kind of plants are grown in the fields on a large scale to obtain foods like cereals, pulses, vegetables and fruits etc. is called crop. Now let us learn about the examples of foods. So here we have four examples of crops, that is pulses. Now pulses are in Hindi called dal, and basically pulses are highly nutritive and therefore it is counted in the category of pulses. Cereal grains are mostly used in creating the bread of in our dairy meals, and here the examples are wheat, paddy. Basically paddy is nothing but rice, maize, etc. Now we have the third part, which is oil seeds. Oil seeds are the seeds in which the oil is derived from the seeds. So here you in the first diagram we can see the sunflower seeds, and in the second it is the groundnut seeds. The oil seeds contains a lot of fats. Fruits and vegetables is not a new topic for all of you. Tomato, cabbage, spinach, banana, grapes, guava, etc. are all falling in the categories of fruits and vegetables. So let us start with the types of crops in it. And let me tell you again that it is highly rich in proteins and vitamins. Now let us start with the types of crops. So here we have two types of crop, that is kharif and rabi. We will learn it effectively in this session. First we have the classification of seasons. Seasons are three types mainly, that is summer, rainy and winter. Summer, rainy and winter. So as we know that in the rainy season we generally hear the thing that in rainy season we have a good meal every day. Like the food culture is very rich during rainy seasons. So a word kha, which means to eat in Hindi, is used here, kharif, and so it is rainy season. This is a way to learn. Okay, this is a mnemonic to learn it. ठीक है. Now second is months. So we know that the rainy season generally arrives in June season. Now don't confuse that in September there is no rainy season, because in September the crops get to be harvested. So here therefore it is written like this, but generally we see the rainy season at the June timing, and so it is written the month of June. And you also know that during the rainy seasons you go to your nani's house, and that is the month of June. Third point is condition. Now here it is stated that it needs a lot of water. Now this condition is satisfied because we are saying that it is grown in rainy season, and therefore this condition gets satisfied and the condition gets cleared. Now the fourth point is harvested. End of monsoon during October. Now during this time it get harvested and are to be stored in the cellars. So here it is very easy. Let me tell you that there is a circle like April, then we have June, then we have October, and then April. So this is a circle type procedure. First we get April, first we get October where we sow kharif crops. Then after, as soon, let me tell you again that there is a circle at the month of June. At the month of June, the kharif crops are harvested, and at October they are, at June they are sown. At October they get harvested. Okay, H for harvested and S for sown. Okay, so at June they get sown, and H, that is harvested, at October they get harvested, and this is kharif crop, and these are rainy season. And as soon as at the October it get harvested, during October only we just sow the rabi crops. As the rabi crops are sown in the month of April, they get harvested, and again in June the kharif crops get sown. So this is a circle of JOSA. You can learn it like this: June, October, September, April. Jo is for Kharif. Jo is for Kharif, and SA is for Rabi. So it is easy, very easy. You can learn it like Josa. Josa. So it is very easy. Then examples are paddy. Paddy is rice, and all you know that rice needs a lot of water. So it is a common example. Then, now let us come to rabi crops. The season is winter. In winter we drink a drink like rab, and so it is called, it is said that it is grown in Rabi. It is drinked in Rajasthan, so again it is winter. Now the months are already, I told you, October to March. Now don't get confused, March and April are near about only, so there is no fixed amount, no fixed period among it. Now the condition is cold, so cold condition is satisfied by the winter season. Harvest beginning at the winter during April. Here is a mistake. Here we will start with summer. It will be summer, not winter. Now example is wheat, gram, peas and mustard. So this is very easy. You can take a screenshot of it so that you can learn it very well. Now let us come to the practice of crop production. Now earlier only I told you that how the crop is grown and what is production. Now let us learn that how the crop production is done and what are the steps under it. So here we have 8 steps. First is preparation of soil. Here we have 3 categories which we will learn in deep, but let me tell you the introductory part of it. The first is preparation of soil. Preparation of soil basically means preparing the uppermost soil layer of the soil so that it can give good amount of crops to us. Sowing means pouring or putting the seeds inside the soil is called sowing. Adding manures is putting the manures in the soil so that the crops does not get any weeds or any type of bacteria on it. Fertilizers are a kind of it. We will learn the difference between what is the difference between manure and fertilizers in detail when we will come at this topic. Irrigation means nothing but watering the plants. So here we get with one term more, irrigation. Removal of weeds. Weeds are, this is a one mark question. We schools have asked it many times, that which fertilizer is used to remove weeds. So the answer is weedicides. This is a very important question. You can write it down in your copies, that the medicine which is used to remove weeds are called weedicides. Now examples of weeds are mushroom and other plants which grow between the crops to just take the nutrients and take the minerals of the soil and as well as the crops. Harvesting means taking out the grains and cutting down of the crops. Storage of the food grains is very very important, because without it the whole process is worse. So it is stored, let me tell you this also, that it is stored in gram silos. The 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 storing house are called gram silos. You can write it down again, and this is the image of it, gram silos. So here we can see there is a ladder, and here there is a small opening through which they can go inside and take the grains out of it. Now let us go on further. So here you can see the image very well. Preparation of soil. Here the man is sowing. Then adding manures and fertilizers. Irrigation. Here we get weeding, the removal of harmful crops. Harvesting. Now this threshing is involved in harvesting only in your course, and then storage. Now understand it properly, that as the small farmers, as a small farmer, you can also, you as a small farmer can also grow some plants at your home, because it is good to grow plants at home. Okay, so we will continue preparation of soil. Okay, so there are three classifications of preparation of soil. Now let us understand what is preparation of soil. Now soil provides minerals, water, air, humus and fixing firmly to the plants. Now, once the crop is harvested, all these materials are derived by the crops which get harvested. To get them back, we use three processes, which are plowing, leveling, and manuring. So here the definition is given. This is a very 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 important definition, and you have to learn it, because this tells you that it is what is the basic meaning of it. Now let us read the definition and then I will explain you. The process of, here there is a mistake, it will be off. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called plowing. Now the instrument used in plowing is called plow. I think you know what is plow, and nowadays we also use tractors in it. Okay. Then second is leveling is, so leveling is used so that the topsoil is not blown away by winds or water. Then the third point is manuring. Manuring means nothing new, but it means adding manure to the soil. Now let us learn the benefits of it in detail. So the first point of benefits of plowing is, the soil allows the plant's root to freely go inside and deeper as firmly as possible into the ground. Second point we get it here is, the roots can breathe easily, because the soil have a lot and lot of air spaces in it, small molecules present in it, which helps the air to get stored inside it. So you can see in this diagram, I'm making a diagram. This is a type of tap root, and here we have molecules. So as we just do the blowing, the this gets as soon as the blowing is done, they get we get some space out inside it, so that there is small amount of water molecule particles that can get inside it. Then second is, now the second one is leveling. Is now what happens in leveling, a tractor with a straight mover is passed from the fields. Now what helps this in the fields is the leveler helps the field. The basic use of leveling this field is that it helps the topsoil to be strong, as during winds and water during winds and raining, the topsoil of the plant is removed and the fertility is gone. So therefore you have to use a leveler if you are doing farming at your homes. Then the third point, the reason behind it is preventing the loss of moisture. Moisture is not at all good for the use for the irrigation of plants, because moisture creates humus inside it, and which is not really good for the plants. So therefore leveler have 3 points in all, which due to which it is called a necessity. 5. And here the last is manuring. Manuring is nothing, it has only 1 point, which helps the weeds and bacteria and small animals, pesticides, pests to so manures are nothing but helping the plants so that they can get protected and can store their nutrients, protein in themselves only. Now the instruments used are plow, hoe and cultivators. Cultivators are nothing, which now you can learn that plow is used for plowing. The name is itself telling us. Hoe is used for leveling, or many a times they are also used to remove the weeds. So I am putting a cross because it is removal of weeds. So it is used for removal of weeds, and for cultivators are used for the plowing material only. So they are all involved in the fixing of preparation of soil. Now sowing. Sowing is placing the seeds inside the soil. So you can see the definition here. You can write it down somewhere and click a photo of it. Now there is nothing more to explain, but there are some points which are to be explained in this. So there are two types of sowing. Sowing by hand and sowing by seed drill. Now, in the sowing of hand, it is also called broadcasting. Now, to learn it, you can say that the hands are broad here and the seeds are casted inside the soil. So, you can learn it as broadcasting. Okay. Now, this sowing of hand is a old type fashion of sowing the seeds inside the ground. The reason behind it is because when we pour the seeds inside the ground, let me make a soil. So these are the soil layers of soil. Now some seeds are sown here, some are sown here, some are very close, some are very deep, and this does not creates a does not this does not creates a this does not creates a level, a proper spacing and proper depth between the seeds. And as you know, in Hindi we say that a, a, a tree or a plant cannot grow with other plant at the same time just below it. So here we come to know that why a sowing by hands is not good. Now sowing with seed drill is Now here what happens, we just insert the seeds from here and it gets inside and gets divided into the parts of it. Now as this machine goes over to the fields, the drillers pour inside the seeds at a particular depth, and here it helps us in spacing and proper depth of the seeds to be poured in the soil. Now, let me tell you that the implements used for sowing is called the seed drill, and this implement is a new fashioned instrument used for sowing. Now, now let us come to the question section. So here these questions are to be answered in the chat box. So the first question is other name given to plowing. So I told you what is the other name given to the plowing. Okay, I will not tell you just now because you will know the answer. Then second is paddy is which type of crop. I told you what is paddy, and as soon as you will know what is paddy, you will give the answer to the question type of crop. Now third is what is sowing of seeds manually called. It is also easy. I told you something related to hands. So there was a mnemonic in it. You can see, and for just revive the video to just look it again. Then fourth is millets come under which category of crops. So all these questions are to be answered in chat. Please like, share, subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching the video.